All right, we'll try as much as possible to get on to understand the policy of enforcement. Already, some companies have been picked up in regards to the kind of enforcement which they are supposed to comply with in terms of the Regulation Act 843 that stipulates that if you're a company or corporation, the data of personnel which you have picked up, who you're supposed to register and ensure the right things are done. Other than that, you'll be fined or imprisoned. Okay, welcome back, Madam Patricia Edusa Epoku. She's the director of the Data Protection Commission. Good afternoon. Welcome to Metro Business. Kindly unmute, please.
Good afternoon, members of the public and Metro TV.
Yes, we can hear you now. Oh, great. How are you doing, madam?
Very well, thank you. What about you?
I'm blessed. There are some conversation in the business or let's say corporate community about the need for data. Many have said data is the new gold. Can you enlighten us about that and how critical it is for businesses to ensure they keep proper data in our current dispensation?
Indeed, data has a very important value in business now because there's increased use of advanced technology, enabling digitization of our manual systems and making information more accessible, easier to combine from different sources for analytics that helps in this decision making that makes businesses more efficient and effective, and in the private sector and some parts of public sector more profitable. So we give them our personal data. They use this. You can also say that our data, personal data that we give to businesses, is the grease that turns the wheels of businesses. Because you cannot set up a business, and if you don't have data, it's not running. You rely on your customers' support, their trust, to enable your profitability or your efficiency or your effectiveness if you're in the public sector. A sign of business leadership and good excellence is that you use data efficiently, effectively, you're making good, better decisions, and you're advancing business using quality data. And so those of us who give our data to these businesses also have been given some powers under the data protection laws to create that opportunity for us to assert ourselves and to contribute to the decision making as far as its implications on our lives and our privacy is concerned.
All right.
And so it's a reason why the commission has been set up with a mandate to ensure that businesses and public sector institutions, private sector, NGOs, and all collectors of personal data, including employee data, are being accountable for the data that they.
All right, Madam Patricia, help us understand the Data Protection Act 843. What does it contain and how critical is it for businesses to comply? Because I'm hearing hints that you are beginning an enforcement exercise to ensure that most businesses comply with this directive.
So the act is there to enable government to step in and control access and use of the free-flowing data using appropriate technology. Individuals cannot contact all the multiple sources or users of data to assert themselves. Here is the reason why there's a rule, which is the Data Protection National Policy, the law, Act 843, there to provide a framework by which institutions can evidence their efforts towards compliance and to make themselves accountable to the public for the data that they collect and use. You will find that now business sources are able to combine data. If we look more practically at our national ID database, it is now accessible by different arms of government. The SNIT, NHIA, other banks and different sources are accessing that particular database to enhance their work. And so for that matter, the public should be able to assert themselves. What the data protection law provides is a set of principles by which they can we can scrutinize their actions with the data and hold them accountable. The accuracy of the data, the quality of the data, the possibility of the public to be fully informed about how, where, why the data is being used, for example, who has access to it, where is it stored, under what circumstances it will be shared, how long you're keeping it. These sort of questions need to be answered by data controllers based on the principles. And the principles include being transparent and also enabling the participation of data subjects, which is you and I, in the decision-making around the use of the data, so that we are assured of our privacy and the safeguarding of the data that we give to.
Patricia, before we go, there are some companies or corporations who have personal phone numbers or data of individuals. You'll be there receiving interesting promotional text messages and information that you have not subscribed to. In those instances, are you the right establishment to report to, and how can that process be addressed swiftly, briefly?
Exactly. We are the institution that the government has established to protect the rights of individuals and their privacy. We do this practically by collaborating with peer regulators who are responsible for other aspects of the data management. Where we have to look at the infrastructure and the technology being used, we work with NITA, the Government IT Authority, where it's about the blocking access to fraudulent and bad actors in the ecosystem. We're working with the Cybersecurity Authority, for example. Where it's financial data, we're working with the Bank of Ghana. Where it's health data, we'll work with EFRA. So these are examples of other peer regulators that we collaborate with. We hold them accountable for them to act in their capacity as regulators of aspects of the ecosystem to ensure that your rights are being upheld and your privacy is being respected. So we stand in the stead of the masses, the public or people in Ghana, which includes tourists, foreigners, international students, and everyone in Ghana at any particular point in time, to ensure that their rights are being respected and their privacy is being, their rights are being upheld and their privacy is being respected.
All right.
We stand in the stead of the public to do that.
Okay. We'll definitely be following up with the enforcement and reporting it on the news subsequently. We want to say we appreciate your time. Madam Patricia Edusei-Opoku is the director for the Data Protection Commission. This time around, if you're a business and you've not complied with the controller under the Data Protection Commission, get ready. The enforcement personnel will be coming to your company or business. Two companies so far I know have been arrested. If they come and their management or their representative is not around, they'll pick up anybody for you to come and answer at their enforcement center at the